You ready? Here we go. Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we get back to some normalcy after, yesterday being one of the craziest days I've ever had here making content for you. We're going to have a regular podcast today, although the topics certainly aren't too tame. Number one, someone has threatened to sue me publicly on YouTube. Normally not how it works. So I want to get to the bottom of it today. We're going to watch this together and analyze it. In addition, Review Tech USA. We'll get to that. And there is a big news story regarding Star Wars Outlaws. Do you think it could possibly be positive? Nope. It's pretty bad, actually. Luckily, it won't affect me, but I feel like we should talk about it. All these stories and more on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast. Probably click on the correct screen. Good morning, everyone. Today is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. And what that means is I've been here 7 straight days this week. What a crazy week it has been with all of the crazy occurrences and things, the games I've played, and a really insanely, awesomely positive interview with Keemstar yesterday, and the premiere of WWE Champions here on the streams. I mean, holy crap. It's been super eventful, right? And I've absolutely loved it. I want to say thank you to anyone who tuned into the stuff this week and had a good time. I had a great time. We're going to end it with a bang today, although it'll be a little bit more of a return to normalcy. All right. Regular Level 1 podcast today, although, again, some of these topics are quite interesting. And then later, it's Black Myth Wukong, finally continuing here. I know some people have been waiting several days for me to play the game again, and we're going to jump back into it today, full force. And tonight on the late stream, it is WWE Champions Day 2, where we're going to try to actually unlock the good content. The way the game was set up, sadly, when we played it for the first time last night, is that the actual good events that everyone likes to play were locked until we hit level 5, and we only got to, like, level 3.7 or something. You know what I mean? We got to play it more to unlock the good content. So, wow. Just in a nutshell, yesterday was by far my most successful day on DSPGaming. Outside of the realm of back in the day when I used to be such a prominent YouTuber that I could post up just raw gameplay and it would get like tens of thousands of views a video. Like, no exaggeration, you know, we were talking like 2011, 2012, a hot new game would come out. And I would post up 10 to 20 videos of that game on launch day, and each video would be receiving like 10, 20,000 views. And when you add all that up, it would end up being hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of views in a day. So back then, things were a lot different than today. But man, in the modern era of me being, you know, a content creator, yesterday was definitely one of the craziest days. Insane amount of views on my stream with the interview with Keemstar. I think it maxed out at around 2.7 thousand viewers. That video is on demand and available raw, and I think it right now has around 27,000 views on it and climbing. I did split the video up into parts as well. If you're interested rather in watching certain segments, for example, you probably are interested most in the interview with Keemstar. That's an hour. So I made that a separate video. We got the pre-stream, which was me doing tech issues and hanging out with you guys. That's about 45 minutes. Then we had the immediate decompression after the interview, where I talked with you guys all about what we had talked about in that interview. And then finally, another video where I hung out with you guys for like another hour and a half. And we just talked about whatever. And a lot of topics, interesting topics came up. Notably, a lot of the bullshit that my detractors constantly rag on me and hate me for. And I just basically debunked it all. And they had nothing to fucking say. Because everything they say about me is usually based on completely circumstantial evidence. An overwhelming amount of circumstantial evidence that most of them made up themselves. But still, it's all circumstantial. There's nothing they can say about, oh, you're a horrible person because of this and this. Okay, what's your evidence? Well, this, but that's not evidence. You have to make 10 assumptions to believe that what you just presented as evidence is real. And you can't prove those assumptions. You know, the bank leaks. Can't prove the bank leaks because the bank leaks are a federal crime if they're real. Meaning someone did identity theft or fraud or both, and then urged other people to do so. You can't verify what's in the bank leaks because it doesn't exist anymore. There was never a formal statement, never anything formally from anyone saying this is real. So you can't even verify if they're real, so they're fake. Get it? And that's what I'm being like. These arguments these people have are so insane and unhinged, but they've had this cultish groupthink mentality for so many years, it doesn't matter to them. I have a butthole over my head right now. Look at this. Let that be representative of the argument that my detractors have against me right there. A kitty's butthole. Look, Jasper wants the crown. Jasper wants the crown. He's going for it. Anyway, yeah, so anyway, a lot of that content yesterday on the first stream. Check it out. It's all, like I said, in separate videos for you to enjoy. And then last night was my first ever WWE Champion stream, where I basically did the walkthrough tutorial. We actually did some pulls. If you can believe it, my very first pull in the game was good. It was actually a really good pull in perspective. So I couldn't believe it. And people were incredibly supportive, and they want me to basically keep playing the game and doing more pulls. I would guarantee you, because I'm now playing WWE Champions on stream, that game will get 1,000 new players this week. Seriously. I guarantee you. I guarantee you there'll be 1,000 new players this week. I wouldn't even be surprised if a lot of the people who watch that stream are like, oh, I want to try it now because Phil's playing it on stream, right? Pretty cool. If you do try it out, obviously, I'm going to warn you, don't get hooked on it, all right? Please, I don't want to be responsible for people who are like, oh my God, I got re-addicted to mobile games and now I can't stop playing it. Please, no. You know, you'll see. We're going to keep playing it over the course of this week. And hopefully, you know, we'll have a good time. We'll get to the events tonight, I hope, and have a good time with it on the late stream and go from there. All right. Anyway, so that's what we did yesterday. Yesterday was absolutely insane. There's a ton of content up on this channel that you can check out in regards to yesterday. And of course, as a result of it being the biggest day ever, I hit my streaks both times more than like overly enough. Okay. And obviously, thank you for that, for an amazing supportive day. Tons of views, tons of attention on the channel. A lot of people are now talking about me in a positive light. We'll have a follow-up on that in a bit because, Jasper, what are you doing? Look what he's doing to my microphone. Jasper, would you stop bonking the mic? Stop bonking the mic, you nut. Trying to get face rubs. So, there'll be a follow-up to that on today's show. What I want to tell you about is a little bit about last night and some of the things, the feelers that I sent out and stuff like that. In a minute. We're not going to do that yet, okay? So, I know he wants attention. You know, he wants attention and he wants face rubs. He loves face rubs. He loves to get a little, you know, on the sides of his head here. He loves it. There's a little receptors that kitties have are on the sides of their head. Anyway, okay. So yesterday was a huge, absolutely insane. Today probably will not be as huge or absolutely insane because today's a normal day. We're going to have a normal podcast, although we're talking about some interesting topics. And in a Black Myth Wukong session, around 3 hours of gameplay today. I'm excited to get back into the game after not having played it for a few days. I'm playing on my new hard drive now. Remember the other day I showed you I got a new hard drive that was donated? So we'll be playing it off that hard drive. I have no clue if that'll make the game run any better or anything. I guess we'll find out as we play today, right? So it should be fun. And then, you know, WWE Champions later tonight. Of course, that won't be feeling normal. It'll be a hype stream. It was super hype last night. I wonder how many people will actually get tonight on the late stream. I guess we'll see. But good stuff all around. Great vibes, right? I'm excited for a full day of content to end my week. Tomorrow I will not be here, guys. Tomorrow is my day off from streaming. Well deserved after this crazy 7-day week and the stuff I've been through. I mean, think about the crazy shit we did this week, right? Just insane amounts of stuff, over the top levels of stuff. Next week, I would like to say, oh, it'll calm down. But here's the truth. Next week, we don't know when yet, but the June the King documentary on me drops next week. We just don't know exactly when. So once it drops, basically the day streams will be my podcast and gameplay, and the night stream will be me reacting to that documentary. The estimate is it's 4 hours long. If it's really 4 hours long, it's probably going to take me at least 8 hours to react to it. You know what I'm saying? With all the context and everything that I'm going to add. So let's say, for example, it drops on Sunday. Then I'm going to react to it Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. And if that does happen, it means that I have to cancel my throwback channel special that I do every Sunday night, which is the retro react stream. I'm just going to cancel it so we can focus on this documentary. See, I don't know when it's going to drop. I also don't really know my schedule yet for next week because my wife is waiting to get her work schedule. So here it is, Thursday. She doesn't know her work schedule for next week yet. I want you to think about that. That's American retail. They won't even give you your work schedule till like the day before you're supposed to work. So how do we plan out our week? How do I plan out my stream schedule if they won't give my wife her work schedule, right? It's pretty fucked up the way that they run these companies, in my opinion, anyway. So I don't know, yet exactly what days I'll be here, or how many days I'll be here next week. But I'm hoping there's enough, like when the documentary drops, I hope there's enough days in a row for me to cover the documentary. How much would it suck if it's like, I do it 3 days, I don't finish, then I have to take a day off and I come back and then I have to resume, but there's a day in between. I just want to go through it and get it done. You know what I'm saying? I just want to go whoop right through the documentary. So let's see how it goes. And go from there. So next week, as much as I'd like to say back to normal, I mean, not even really. Not really. And that's why when people are saying stuff like, so what's your next new game? Are you going to play Visions of Mana? Are you going to play this remake? Are you going to play blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, wait, hold on a second here. You know, I understand that there's a ton of games coming out. For example, the casting of Frank Stone, which is that horror game, is supposed to come out September 3rd. Quidditch Champions, September 3rd. Astrobot, September 6th. Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2, September 9th. MVC Collection, September 12th. And that's only the first half of September. Out of that, right now, realistically, I really only see myself playing probably Astrobot. And maybe Space Marine 2. Like, I don't see how I could possibly play these other games that are in between, because I got to keep focusing on Black Myth Wukong. I'm probably going to go back to Star Wars Outlaws a bit. And we got the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta this weekend that I'm going to play on Saturday. I can't play another 10 games. You know what I mean? Like, I can't play 10 games at once and then react to this documentary and everything. So I knew this was going to happen. I knew we were going to be overloaded in September with this documentary coming out. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was actually hoping the documentary was going to come out earlier in August, and it just didn't make it. I'm like, oh, it would have worked out a little better. So anyway, we'll see what happens. And go from there. But either way, it's going to be a wild week coming up. It really is, okay? I know it's going to be exciting. So, all right. Anyway, now that we've talked about that, I think what we should do is let's do a little bit of follow-up on yesterday. All right, because I have 3 things to talk about on the show today. Number 1, the follow-up from yesterday, the discussion with Keemstar and how that led into stuff I did last night and stuff I discovered. Number 2, this person who is apparently saying they're going to sue me. We're going to look at that together. And number 3, there's the Star Wars Outlaws news story. Okay? Let's do a follow-up on yesterday. So, yesterday, the interview with Keemstar. Oh, by the way, hold on. Shout-outs for contributions. My bad. They came in. Let's do shout-outs. First of all, shout-out to Rare Tricks. 8 months as a member. August was a great month for DSP. I mean, August was the month for DSP, right? August was the month for me. It was the comeback month. I mean, within the first few days of August, I got a gifted webcam. I got a gifted PC. And then I talked to the Kino Casino guys. And then I showed up on Kino Casino. And then we did our co-op react to Rich. And then it just kept steamrolling from there, right? Stuff just kept happening. Stuff just kept happening. It was absolutely wild. What a month, right? And I'm loving it. Just so you guys know, I'm absolutely loving it. And I know that every week it just seems like there's more crazy shit going on. You know, next week there's my documentary. The week after that, who knows? You know, we'll see. But it continues. I'm happy. I'm happy to have a lot of stuff going on and a lot of people wanting to see what I'm up to. Okay, I'm very pleased with that. So thank you to those of you who are interested. Okay, that's right. Fed Rogers says new background. Every month I change my background a bit. What I was thinking is maybe I'll rotate this screen to this side. And on this side, I'll put a piece of artwork next month. That's what I'm thinking. And we'll see how it looks. If it looks a little better. Maybe there'll be less glare. See how there's glare on the screen? Maybe there'll be less glare if I put it over there. I don't know until I move it. That's what I'm thinking. I'll rotate it over there. And then I'll put art here in a different... We'll give the ghost a month to rest. And then we'll put the other sign, the game over sign up here and see how that looks and stuff. Yeah, it should be good. We'll mess around with the setup a little bit. Okay, so let us follow up. Yesterday, I interviewed Keemstar. People pretty much universally liked the review or the interview. A couple criticisms, which are fair criticisms. Number one, some people said I kept repeating the fact that for 10 years I was basically kind of really beaten down and treated like crap by the internet. And people were like, you mentioned it the first time. That's good. You needed to say that to preface, but you kept repeating it a few different times. And people already knew that, so you didn't have to keep saying it. Fair enough. I'll accept that criticism. I did probably say it too much. Some people said that my questions were too long-winded. I agree there. I just didn't really, let me put it this way, and you guys might not realize this. I did not have a script. I did not really prepare for that interview. I just did it off the top of my head. I'm serious. 100% I did it off the top of my head. It was all just on the fly, quick thinking, and seeing where topics were going. And I knew there were a few topics that people wanted to hear me talk about, like, you know, the thing about Local Live being scripted, and stuff like that. So it was just right off the top of my head. And I'm glad it went well. I'm glad I didn't have like brain farts and, you know, fuck it up. But I wanted to see. I actually wanted, I wanted to test myself. I wanted to say, this was my idea of what I wanted to do for a long time, and I never could do it because everyone hated me. And now that I had opportunity to do something like this, I wanted to say, could I really do it? Could I actually free flow it, off, shoot from the hip, give people stuff that was entertaining and what they would want? And the vast majority of feedback I'm getting is yes, that it was a really good interview and everyone liked it. Okay, so I'm very happy for that. Thank you to anyone who was there for it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. There's been some stuff that's happened as a result of it, and we'll talk about that in a second, but I have 2 shout-outs to do. First of all, I received a $5 tip. Hey, Phil, I'm glad to see you get the much-deserved second chance at some exposure. Well-deserved, and thank you for your content. Thank you, whoever that was. Anonymous tipper. I appreciate that very, very much. I'm glad that people are enjoying the content that I put out because, you know, I've been working hard for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't just something I just started doing. This is something that I've been doing for quite some time. And the fact that I feel like just a lot of people didn't pay attention to it because they just hated me for, oh, because everyone hates Phil, right? So now the fact that at least the hard work that I put in is kind of finally paying off, and now people are seeing my work and liking it, it feels good. You know, it does. A long time coming, a lot of time that I grinded there to maintain, because I could have given up at any point during the last decade. I could have just given up. I said, fuck it, I guess I'm never going to be able to do nothing because everyone just keeps hating me. But now it looks like that's changing for the better, and I'm very happy for that. I received an anonymous $50 tip. Okay? Thank you so very much, an anonymous $50 tip donor here. By the way, did you guys see the new Hogan animation? I just got to show this to you because it's fucking funny. And I want to, actually I got to move my animations back to the right-hand side of the screen. I guess it doesn't really matter where they are. I will leave them on the left-hand side for today. I just want to show you guys this animation. This is our new pulling for Hogan's animation for WWE Champions. Yeah! We're pulling for Hogan's. You donated and now it goes to the game. Oh yeah, brother. That's so good. That is so good. I can't wait for tonight's stream. We had a blast last night. I can't wait to play it again tonight. It was super duper fun. All right, but now let's do the real animation for this $50 tip. Where is the 50? Here we go. Here we go. So thank you very much. I'm going to read this this message. Oops. And just like that, we're already 1/3 of the way to our stream goals. 1/3 of the way for the King's streak continuing here on DSPGaming. Will we hit stream 24 in a row? We'll find out today. But anyway, so an anonymous tipper says, I've been a silent watcher for ages just because I didn't want to deal with your detractors. The last time I actually donated is when your TV died. For those who don't know, it was 2 years ago. My TV just literally died in the middle of nowhere. And I needed a quick replacement, and I ran on Amazon, and we were looking at TVs together, and a few people were very generous and anonymously donated during that stream so that I could afford a new TV, and I ended up getting a nice Sony, which is paying now. It's paying dividends because the Sony's 120 hertz TV, 4K, all these nice bells and whistles features that if I didn't spend the money on the TV like I did, I would have had a low-end TV, and I wouldn't be able to do any of the stuff I'm doing today. So it's a good thing I bought a future-proof TV. So here we go. I'm loving the collabs. It's nice to see people reacting to you in a positive light. What you said about feeling like you're going to wake up and go back to how it was because you can't believe it. I know that feeling. I literally have just landed my dream job after bouncing between part-time work due to a disability, and I'm waiting for the offer to be a joke, even though I signed all the documents. Ride this positive wave, Phil. You got this, mate. And you as well. Whoever you are out there, you ride the positive wave and you make the best of it and enjoy it. Remember something. In life, there's a series of peaks and valleys, crests and falls. That's life. You're never going to stay all the way on top, but you know what? You're also never going to stay all the way down. It's going to eventually flip, all right? And so enjoy it while you can. Understand it ain't going to be perfect forever, but then when it goes low again, understand it's going to come back. You know what I mean? Like, just stay the course. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. And it'll work out. At least in my experience, that's been my experience, okay? Thank you so much for that $50 tip. So that, like I said, gets us to 55 bucks, and that means we are a third of the way to our goal. Let's crush the goal. Let's get it. By the end of the podcast, let's get that goal hit, so when I play Black Myth Wukong, I don't have to be worrying about it, right? By the way, we have over 500 viewers on the podcast. I'm serious, guys. I used to get like 300. We got over 500 viewers in climbing. Thank you so much. We got 98 likes. Let's get 100 right now, and let's keep going. Let's get it to like 150. Thank you so much. Boniface Enjoyer just did the first super chat of the day for the war chest, and Hogan pulls my leash. Thank you. There will be many pulls for Hogan's as long as we get to level 5 tonight. And what I mean by that is, last night, as we were playing WWE Champions, we did the standard loot, because when you start the game, you can only pull from one loot. And we got a couple good things, but then we did a second pull, and it was all duplicates, a waste of time. And people were really disappointed. I was like, yeah, that's how these games work. If we hit level 5 in the game, it unlocks the event loot. The event loot is always better than the standard loot. It always has better things in it. And we need to get to that level in order to unlock all of that. So, hopefully we'll do that tonight, and then it'll be better, okay? Okay. So, all that being said, continuing on with what I was saying. So, yesterday, as I was talking with Keemstar, one of the things that he suggested, and I said, I will take this to heart. He says, keep doing collabs. He's like, don't, just drop them now. Keep, put the feelers out, talk to other people, see if they want to collab with you. And, after I finished the podcast, two of the things that he had suggested was Review Tech USA and Side Scrollers. All right? In the case of those, I do have updates, and I'll tell you in a second. But after that stream had ended, a lot of other people talked to me and said, on my own stream, what about this? What about this? What about this? So, FYI, I just want to let you guys know, I sent a few feelers out last night. Number one, I couldn't find a way to, privately contact Maximilian Dude, which is sad because I don't like putting someone on blast publicly for, you know what I mean? Like, people do it to me, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is annoying. So I really, really hope I did not annoy the man because that wasn't the intention. But you can't DM him on Twitter, and I couldn't find any, private business contact. I'm like, how do you contact this fucking guy? I don't know. So I tweeted him publicly last night, and I said, what did I say? Actually, I should look it up exactly what I said, because I could definitely do that. Hold on. Let's see. I did last night. Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, I'll bring it up. Isn't it awesome I can do this shit? I can actually bring everything up on stream now. So that it, corroborates everything I say. And, you know what I mean? Instead of just me saying, oh, yeah, trust me. No, here it is. So last night, I tweeted Maximilian. Oh, it's, not full screen. Hold on, I forgot. I messed this up because doing the stream last night with WWE Champions. I didn't want my whole screen to be shown, but now I can have my whole screen. That's better. Okay, so I tweeted Maximilian, and I said, it's been like a decade, and the MVC collection comes out in 2 weeks. You down to run some sets? People say that they want to see it, and I'm down. I'm sorry for the public call-out, but your DMs are closed, and I don't know another way to get your attention. Well, the response is pretty positive. I would say within 12 hours, we got 171 likes, 15 retweets, 38 responses. A lot of people, hell yeah. But you said you never wanted to be a part of the fighting. This guy's an idiot, by the way. Look, he's a troll. Why am I reading that, right? Just fucking block this dumb ones. Do it. That would be so awesome. Hell yeah, it would be great to see. It's the summer of DSP. Yes, King. I don't know what that is. Money, maybe? That's a good idea, King. Would be nice to see you and Maximilian play MVC, but I don't think it's going to happen. But you might bump into him online. I don't know. You can't handle losing to scrubs. There'll be no excuses if you lose to Max. I want you to think about that for a second. I can't handle losing to scrubs. There'll be no excuses if I lose to Max. Dude, if Max is good and he beats me, I don't care. The reason I get upset is because I lost to a scrub. If you lose to someone good, it actually is a good feeling. Because you feel like, man, that was a good match and I was bested. And maybe I even learned something playing this guy. Instead of, I lost to someone who had jabs and jab, jab, oh, it's stupid. You don't learn anything when you play a pattern play idiot. You'll learn when you play good players. And that's the thing. Win, lose, or draw, when you play a good player and you get something out of it, you feel like your time was invested well and you have a good time with that, right? Oh, here we go. The difference is Max is a legend and you, on the other hand, are a beggar, sir. I'm a beggar, huh? Really? Well, admittedly, in the past, there's a lot of asking for help, but I don't think I'm going to need to do that much anymore. Moving forward, seems like the help is just forthcoming rather than, me having to go out there and seek it. Mostly because people like you, who, shit on me constantly, are not important. And no one cares about you anymore. I mean, no one cares what you say. People like me now. Two goats. There you go. Would be so dope to see this. Please don't associate with DSP. He has a bad habit of saying racial comments, and he got kicked out of Twitch partner for it. What? Listen to the shit that these people say. Listen to the shit that these people say. I got kicked. That's news to me that I got kicked out of the Twitch partnership program for racial comments. That didn't happen at all. Right? What the fuck are you talking about? It's just the definition of brain rot. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyway. So he says, because you're associated with Keto Casino, this crossover will never happen. Listen to this. The Keto guys have a reputation of being far right. So allow me to say something publicly, okay? Just because the Keto Casino guys had me on their show, and we did a co-op commentary, and things are spinning well for me now, it does not mean that I ally politically with them or have any association in that regard. Have we literally talked politics once since we've been together doing content? In fact, I'm going to go on public record and I'm going to say this. You ready? I probably don't agree politically with Kino Casino on a lot of stuff. You guys know me. I'm not far right and I'm also not far left. I'm kind of in the middle. So there may be some things that I actually do agree with them on, and there may be some things I completely disagree with them on. That's not the content that we made. And we're intelligent adult enough to know that you can still collaborate with someone and make great content everyone wants to see without having to be 100% of the same mindset. In fact, isn't variety the spice of life? If everyone agreed on everything together and there was no disagreements or any kind of talking about anything, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be boring as hell? So, because I did content with people that are far right, that's it. That's the end. You can't associate with anyone. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is the mindset of a child. This is a simpleton's argument. You're either all the way over here, you're all the way over there, and if you're here, you can't be there, and if you're there, you can't be here, and everyone hates each other. No. That's what a 5-year-old says. That there's a hero and a villain. That life is black and white. It's not, stupid. Stop saying dumb shit like this on the internet. It shows your maturity level. It's incredibly low. What a dunce. See, it needs to happen. And then you got these idiots. Please stay away from Phil. So, there you go. It's kind of, I would argue, if you take a look, it's kind of 50-50, but a lot of people are interested in it, right? So that's good to see that there is actual interest in a collab between us. Now, have I heard from him yet? No. I can't DM him. His DMs are closed. I don't think he responded to the tweet, and I haven't heard from him in any other way, all right? So, I would love this. In fact, here, I'm going to go full screen, guys. Well, actually, here's what I'll do. I'll start here, and then I'll go to the full screen. Okay, where is the full screen? Here it is. All right, you ready? Because I'm sure people are going to want to clip this, all right? All right, so Maximilian Dude, how's it going, man? As you can see, I tweeted you last night. I apologize for the public tweet, especially if it put you on blast, and it really annoyed your timeline, because I hate when people do that to me, too. I just don't know how else to reach out to you. You don't have open DMs, and I don't know how to contact you outside of that. I want to talk to you man-to-man here. I know it, it's been about 10 years since we had any real interaction. And the last time that we actually had any interaction, we played the MVC collection, the old one. Remember that one? I can't remember what it was called, but it had like MVC 1 and a few other games in it. And we played online. Now, I wasn't broadcasting, nor was I recording. I was drunk. I was literally sitting there drinking rum and coke, just playing casually online when we ran into each other. Incidentally, you recorded your side of it, uploaded it. It got a lot of attention and views for it being the two of us facing off, both being content creators. And it was a good set. Like, it was close. It wasn't even like, oh, one of us dominated the other badly. It was a really good set. You beat me. All right? Well, that was 10 years ago. Now, a lot has changed since then. I basically haven't played those games in 10 years, so I'm incredibly fucking rusty. Meanwhile, I have no clue if you've touched upon old school versus games in the last 10 years or not. I haven't, okay? But I'm having a resurgence on the internet. People are actually interested in me again for good reasons, for the first time in a very long time, all right? And one of the names that jumped right into the forefront with this MVC collection coming out this week was that we should have a rematch set in Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and maybe the other games in the MVC collection as well to celebrate the release of this collection. I mean, that would really be like building bridges between completely different people from different walks of life and different parts of the internet. You're in the FGC, you're Mr. Number One there, and I'm over here just doing my own thing for a very, very long time. And I think that if we just, keep it cordial and we just have a few awesome sets, I think it would go really well for everyone. I think a lot of people would like to see that, at least on my Twitter timeline, and my viewers here are saying they would absolutely love to see it. So Maximilian, I hope someone will clip this and send it to you, and you'll have a chance to, maybe you'll do a Max Reacts to it, right? What do you think? I say we make it happen. I'm not saying we have to do a ton of content together. Even just a few sets is pretty cool, right? Again, I haven't played these games in a million years. I gotta get warmed up and everything. But I think that would be a great way to celebrate the return of versus gaming, the classic versus series games that I grew up playing in arcades, went to tournaments for. I was right there along with the greats like Justin and Sanford and all of them. I was in the same fucking tournaments and arcades with them, standing next to them as they play. It would be great to have a good opportunity to collab with you on this. So please reach out. I can't contact you. This seems to be the only way I can get in touch with you. Hopefully you see this, and I'd like to hopefully work with you. All right? Excellent. Thanks for your time. Okay. So there you go. So there was one person who I reached out to. FYI, I reached out to a few others. I shot a few DMs around from people who I thought would be really interesting collabs when it comes to like just a conversation or whatever. I'm not going to blow up people's spot or whatever, because I don't want people to get harassed or anything. But FYI, it was a few bigger profile YouTubers who have had talked about me in the past, and or like there was an association there in some way. They had interest in talking about me or covering me, and now that things have flipped, perhaps they would actually be interested in discussing stuff with me. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I sent out those DMs, okay? Now, I will tell you about two direct people who I considered. The first is side scrollers, all right? And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I sent an email to Craig last night, and it wasn't a very nice email. All right? I'm just going to be very, very transparent and upfront here. It was not hey, buddy, how you doing? Want to come on my show? It was more like a, hey, buddy, so, funny how things work out. Here we are over a year later. I'm on top of the world, and I don't even know where the fuck you are because, you just have to do hack shit to get attention. No one talks about your show anymore. But if you'd like to come on my show and we can talk about what happened during that interview and the day after, I think I would like that, all right? So I don't know if Craig will respond whatsoever, all right? I don't. But I did send out the feeler. Let's see how he responds. Depending on how he responds will depend on if he shows up on the show or not. All right? If he responds and it seems like this is another attempt for him to try to milk money out of my detractors, he can fucking head for the hills. He ain't going to get any time on my show or from me. All right? But if the guy actually is like, yeah, actually, I'd like to appear and actually clear the air and have a real conversation. Let's do this, right? Then I think we should do that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see how Craig responds. But admittedly, I was pretty heated, and I think the email was pretty harsh, to say the least. Okay. Now, The other person who I was going to consider reaching out to about having a collab and having them come on my show was Review Tech USA, because that was the other person who was directly suggested by Keemstar. So last night, I said, you know what? Let's go to Review Tech's timeline and let's see what he's up to. And I shit you not, this is the shit that I find. 3 days ago, Happy International Women's Day, cat, which is not spelled correctly, and they call me DSP. And look what he does. This is the picture of us kissing at our wedding in, I believe this was at our dinner, our dinner right after getting married. And he decides to put this picture up. I mean, isn't that nice? Isn't that just really delightful that he would do that on his timeline, right? Because as you know, I made an incredible amount of personal attacks against the man and his family, right? I just went out of my way during the react to completely insult his family life and everything. Oh, wait, actually, I did the opposite. Actually, I literally said in my react, I wasn't going to rag on the guy's personal life and family because I don't know the situation. But he continues to do these kind of attacks constantly. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I mean, we should say it was International Women's Day, and he's tweeting about me and my wife. Is he tweeting about his daughter or his ex-wife or his mother or anyone? No, he's tweeting about me and my wife. That's the first thing that comes into his mind on International Women's Day. So the mind of someone who's really well wired there. And then, of course, 1 day ago, we've got this. I don't even know where to begin. Once again, he's using the incident face. I mean, this man, and there's people out there who have really, like, talked about my incident over and over. This man definitely holds the world record for the amount of times that he thinks about me masturbating. I just want you to think about that. Prominently in Rich's head, the first thing he thinks about when he thinks Darkside Phil is a man masturbating. And he literally can't get it out of his head. Like, he has this picture on his monitors behind him for years. He's got it in all of his content. He sold merchandise with that face on it. He constantly thinks about me masturbating. Does that sound like the mind of a fucking well-adjusted individual with logic and reason, or does it sound like a fucking complete nutjob? I don't know, man. So I don't even, like, you can't even tell what this is about. And you want to know what the funniest part about this is? I'd like you to show you something. This was 3 days ago. 69 likes. Even with all of my detractors, the most he could get was 69 likes on a 3-day-old post. And then this one, wow, he really, really got the engagement on this one. 11 likes for the dickers, for my O-face, from my incident. I mean, he's really reaching out to that wide audience these days. He's really just, he's resonating with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he doesn't realize that no one fucking does this anymore because the joke is over and it's not funny and no one is enjoying doing it. It's the opposite now. He's out of touch and he's lost his mind. He still thinks it's like the last, several years and shit. He's out of it. He's just nuts. Okay? So, how do you think I felt seeing that? It's like, wow, this really seems like a guy that I would like to have on my show. So I made this, this post. Basically, I'm not kidding. This is what he's posted recently on his timeline. I don't think he'd formulate enough coherent words to make a show at this point. How could I even make a show? I don't know. I feel like if I had him on my show, he would be on edibles. I'm serious, too. Like, I feel like he would actually be on edibles during the show. Barely coherent. Probably slurring, slobbering. And probably just, like, having no coherent thoughts besides, oh, Phil, no one likes you, you're cloud. What the fuck am I going to talk to him about? And it's a shame because I feel like this would have been the opposite just a few years ago, where he was actually on the game and he was intelligent and he did have witty things to say and good observations people wanted to hear. Not anymore. And if this is the level of stuff that he's putting out on the internet and he thinks this is content people would like on his timeline, I don't even know what else to say. Like, do I even want to waste time on my show? No, I don't. I'm being honest. I don't want to waste time with this man because it is a waste of time. Like, it would literally be, why'd I have him on? This is like a train wreck, right? Anyway, so I decided to respond, and I'm going to take the L here because I used a brony response because it said get felted, and now people are making fun of me because they said, how dare you use that? I didn't know you were a brony. And I'm like, well, the truth is I couldn't find a red poker chip in the GIFs on Twitter to use, and I didn't want to use something people didn't know what I was talking about, so I wanted to say something that said get felted, All right, but I understand. I'll take the L here. I probably shouldn't have used stupid My Little Pony because now everyone says I'm a brony and I'm not. But it is what it is. I'll take the L. But anyway, so here's my response to Rich. The best part about this dunk from VTech USA is that if I tried to respond in kind, it wouldn't be fair because it would just be Rich standing there alone. Because I have a loving wife. He does not. Happy Women's Day, Rich. Happy Women's Day. Anyway, excuse me. All right, so that's what I think about Rich right now. Wasting time. It really was a waste of time. I don't know why I bothered. I should have known it was a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some shout outs, and then let's get to our next topic, okay? So, shout outs on the YouTube side of things. We've got the After Show with a $10 super chat. He says, hey, Phil, I just want to say it was a great talk with Keem. I feel like it was a huge W for both of you guys. I'm glad it happened and you both walked away with respect for each other. It's about building bridges. It's about mending fences, right? It's about taking years of stupidity and misunderstanding and making people realize that really maybe the reason a lot of people don't like me is because of misconceptions and honestly because of stupid reactions that I had to those misconceptions, right? The first thing I did was apologize to Keem because I realized I did actually dunk on him first before he ever even had said a word about me. And that's on me because I was a jealous idiot. I was mad that for so long I couldn't really make it because no one wanted to collab with me or have anything to do with me because of my detractors. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's it upset me significantly to see someone like Keem winning and succeeding. And that's a hater's mentality. And that's why I said negative things about him to begin with. And that's on me that's a shortcoming of mine. And that's why I had to apologize to him right up front because it really was my fault that we ever had bad blood. And once that was laid out, we could actually talk normally, right? Did you notice that? Like, we weren't sure how it was going to start. And as soon as I did that, as I manned up, which is the first thing anyone should do in life is man up to your fucking mistakes, shortcomings, immediately the tone of the shifted. And we're like, now we can just like hang out and have a fun conversation. And it doesn't have to be like a hostile, deal, right? So there you go. Thank you very much, After Show. Daisy303 with a $5 super chat. Hey, King, I just got confirmation. My 1651 tip from last night went through fully. Should we add that to the chips? Sure, why not? It went through? Okay. Let's do it. So that's 1651. That was Daisy's tip from yesterday that got frozen for some bizarre fucking reason. We don't know why, but we'll count it. All right, 16 bucks. Thank you so much. What is up with this browser thing logging up like that? Don't lag. 16 bucks. All right, so that gets us to 71. $71 in tips so far. Thank you so much. Let's continue. Detractor Phil with a $5 super chat. Phil, you shouldn't use the F word when you speak. My parents don't like it when they hear it. What, felted? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Oh, I gotta get this off the screen. Holy shit. Here, let's go back to this tweet. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was that offensive. I'm gonna stop using the word right away, I swear. Holy shit. Sorry about that. Okay, continuing on. Purple Pickle Yum Yum, a $5 super chat. Max's Twitter bio has an email. It does? I mean, I have two mice in front of me. I always grab the wrong one. Look like an idiot. Oh, I totally didn't see it. Look, it doesn't highlight. Why didn't it highlight? See how links are supposed to highlight? It didn't highlight, so I didn't know it was. I totally didn't see that at all. I guess I can try to email him. Although now it's kind of a moot point because we just made the clip and you know that that's going to get sent to him, right? My bad. Now I feel really stupid. I should have fucking emailed him last night and I did not see that at all. God damn it. God damn it, guys. I'm sorry. All right. I'm new to all of this. I take another L today. It was literally right fucking there and I'm a dunce. All right. So I publicly apologize to Maximilian. I'm a fucking idiot. I should have emailed that. I had no clue that was there. I swear I'll get better at this. This is my first time trying to reach out to people for collabs and shit. All right. But now he's going to see the clip that I just made. I'm sorry for the drama. God damn it. I just don't want him to get like bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a cool dude. He makes great content. He's a very positive guy. I don't want him to feel like he's getting harassed now because I fucking did that. So I hope that does, we'll see. Okay. You have him muted? I do? What do you mean? Huh? What do you mean? Unmute? Oh. Why did I have him muted? I don't even know why I had him muted. Seriously, that was probably ancient. Like, that was probably like an ancient mute from like 100 years ago. Probably at one point, my detractors tweeted him or something awful. That, oh, Phil said this, and he probably got upset and responded. And I was like, well, I don't want this on my timeline, so I probably muted him. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, I unmuted him. All right, let's continue. Andy with the super chat. Rakita is on retainer for the LOL suit. I have no idea what you're talking about, but thanks, Andy. T111 did a super chat. Forget Rich. He can't accept you and everyone else he's gone after and attacked over the last couple of years. They have prospered while he keeps slipping. There you go. Winston with the $5 super chat. I love your stream with Josh. Would you ever do a collab with a VTuber? Like Pipkin Pippa. Oh boy. Kirsch Verstel. Mari En. Or Sawa Gripsama. I don't know anything about this. I have no idea. You probably could have come to me and spoken to me in like Greek right now, and it probably would have made more sense. I have no idea who those people are that you just mentioned. I know what a VTuber is, but I don't even know what kind of content these VTubers make, why they would want to collab with me. I have absolutely no idea. But so far, no VTuber has contacted me. K-Vibes did a super chat. You could have said Rich was the brony. It's not far-fetched from him being into degenerate prawn. Alrighty then. I don't know if he's into degenerate prawn, but it's not my business either. T111 did a super chat. You should collab with 8-Bit Eric, Melanie Mac, Quartering, etc. Everyone Rich hates and attacked like he does to you. Okay. Graphmatical one with a super chat. I'm glad the detractors are getting their karma. Well, so far, one detractor has Duty, who got demonetized, correct? And again, I had nothing to do with it. It actually happened outside of the realms of anything I was involved in. Well, I guess we're about to watch a video from another one, which I literally have not watched yet. I have not watched it yet, so I actually don't know what the content of the video is. I would assume the reason the video was made is because the person wants attention. So I guess they're going to get what they want. I just don't know if it's going to be the kind of attention that they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see here. I received a dollar tip. Keemstar is only acting like he agrees with you to get a rise out of you. A rise? I don't know if I rose anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know what you mean by that. I don't think that he got a rise out of me in any way. If he wanted some positivity out of me, I think he got that because, like I said, golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. If he wants to be treated nice by me, then treat me nice. And that's exactly what we did yesterday, and I think now we're cordial, right? We're on cordial speaking terms. So I think that's what a lot of people wanted, correct? All right, should we get to this video now? You know, I think we're going to watch it, but I got to pee. So let me just pause the video. I'll be right back. Okay, so what we're about to watch is a video that was put out yesterday or the day before. I don't know, because YouTube always says one day, and it's really 2 days. By the way, hilariously again, tagging me to try to get views off of my name. I mean, literally the first thing in the video is at DSPGaming. You see what I mean? It's just, this is what all of these people do. All right? They literally get attention by tagging my name, by using my name. It's ridiculous how they do this. And then they end up showing up in YouTube search before any of my content. It's a pretty underhanded fucking thing to do, but YouTube allows it for some bizarre fucking reason. I don't know why. So anyway, I don't know exactly what's said in this video yet. All right, because I haven't watched it, but I was told about this video yesterday while I was preparing for the Keemstar appearance. And I'm like, well, we're not going to talk about it today because I don't have a chance to watch or prepare. You know, today we're just going to do it live. I have no idea what's contained in this video. Besides, he's going to sue me legally. So let's see why he's going to sue me legally. Let's find out.
So this all started with the video I put up on October 15th, 2021. And as you can see by the picture, it was called Baby Come Back. Now, that video was removed by...
He laughed at his own title? He literally laughed at his own title. Yeah.
YouTube for community guideline reasons. And in the email they sent, It says cyberbullying and harassment. It doesn't say who complained about it. It simply says at the bottom, YouTube creators share their opinions on a wide range of different topics. So
What was he laughing
that
about?
told me everything I needed to know. But again, there's no way to know who actually did it. But the messed up part about
Is he, if he's insinuating it's me, it's not me. I actually don't even know how to report something like that. Like I have some experience with the DMCA shit. I have no idea how to even report something like that for, like, what is it, bullying? Harassment, threats, and cyberbullying. I don't even know how to do that. So
about it is, I was only reviewing El Crimson King's classic video, DS Re Emergency, where he turned the Panda Lee hospital story into a cartoon. So it's kind of odd that video is still up, but my review of it got taken down. At the end of the
it's because someone flagged your video. YouTube doesn't review every video. YouTube will only review videos when they get flagged. So it sounds like you pissed someone off and they wanted to basically get back at you, and they like mass flagged your video. And I'm telling you, it wasn't me. What's happened in the Detractor community is they're now hitting each other with shit constantly. And they keep putting my name on it, like false DMCA takedowns, saying it's me, and it's not me. They're actually doing it to each other to get attention. And I guess it's actually probably infighting to see who could get the most attention. So if I take down my competition, I'll get more views and shit. That's probably what it is, but it definitely wasn't me.
day, it's not a big deal. It was just me reviewing an incredible piece of DSP lore, but I couldn't understand.
Yeah, and who would care? It's 1.7K views. Who cares? Right? Who would even, why would someone take that down? I have no idea. Oh, wait, that's just on his other channel. All right. Maybe it was a bigger video on the channel before it got taken down or something, right?
Understand who would complain about it and get it taken down outside of DSP. But again, there's no way to prove this. So let's jump.
So he's insinuating it's me. It's not me. Dude, I've literally never seen this video. I don't care about my Detractor content. I don't watch it. I don't watch Detractor's content whatsoever. I don't even know what this video was. I don't give a shit. Do you understand that there's like tons of Detractors and one of me? If I sat around watching every Detractor video, I literally would not make content for myself. I'd be too busy watching their garbage. So I don't watch it. He literally has to insinuate. So by the way, what does this have to do with suing me? Nothing, right? So he's leading in, trying to justify what he's about to say or do about suing me with something that literally I have nothing to do with and wasn't associated with. Good job there, bro. Let's continue.
Ahead to January 10th, 2022, and I get another video taken down, but this time an actual copyright strike. And the title of the video was Fundraiser for Taxes or Scam Wedding, You Decide. Now the claim says,
no, wait a minute, because I wanted to see how many views did it have, like 1,000? I think it said like 1,000. Okay.
It came from Phil Burnell. And as most of us know, there are people that imitate him in order to get Detractor videos taken down. So on the day that this happened, I made a community post about it, uploaded it to the backup channel, and just kept it moving. Now, that's 2 videos I've had taken down, and what's the common factor in both of them? I talked about his wedding in one, so I mentioned his wife, and I reviewed the Panda Lee hospital story in the other, so I talked about his ex-girlfriend. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but it's a little bit of a pattern. Now, a couple of weeks go by, and YouTube comes down on me and kicks me out of the partner program. I don't agree with it, but what can I really...
I didn't even know about that. First of all, I didn't even know the guy was partnered to begin with. All right? I don't agree with bullying channels being partnered whatsoever. You're literally making toxic, defamatory content on a daily basis about someone, but you think that you should make money doing it through a partner program? Why would any advertiser in their right mind want to run an ad on your toxic, insulting video? Right? The problem is YouTube doesn't police this at all. They don't actually look at what channels are getting ads or not. In this case, again, I don't know how the partner program reviews channels or whatever, but if he already got a bullying strike against him, that's a huge strike against him, and that might have triggered them to review his channel. I don't know. Again, I don't know how this works. I don't know how to flag something for bullying. I don't know what triggers a partnership review. But again, I will tell you, I have nothing to do with this. I just sit here and make content. I don't have time to fuck with people who fuck with me because I keep making more content. I could see if, like, I made one video a day and I was a lazy fuck, then people could be like, wow, he spends the rest of his day striking down people and doing community, takedowns and shit. I've literally never done this. All right, so, okay.
Really do about it. I just don't understand why they accepted me into the program in the first place and then kicked me out of it when my content was pretty much the same the whole time.
Because when you got in, it was based on automated criteria. They didn't look at the actual context of your content. They just looked at the criteria, meaning did you have enough subs? Did you have enough views, etc. Eventually, you got reviewed because you got flagged for a bullying strike, And then they realized all your content was defamatory and they didn't want to have ads on it. And that's when they kicked you out. Here's your answer.
But then shortly after that, the copyright strike gets removed and YouTube reinstates my video. So what was the point? It's almost like someone is secretly trying to teach me a lesson. Now, I'm somewhat confused.
Now, to let you know, the copyright strike has nothing to do with partner status, because I've had false copyright strikes against my channel constantly. So even if you get a copyright strike, it doesn't affect your partnership at all. Partnership is based solely on terms of service, okay? Copyright is the status of your channel entirely. You know, if your channel can be seen, if you can stream, etc. That's what copyright involves. So he's claiming he got a copyright strike. He got kicked out of the partner program. The strike was removed, and it's all related. It's not related at all. Copyright has nothing to do with your eligibility for the partner program, period.
But I do have suspicions at this time. Unfortunately, I just can't prove anything. So I just continue making videos and doing my thing. But in April of 2023, Phil Burnell, aka DSPGaming, claims that he's getting harassing messages from people saying they're going to copyright strike and sue him. Now, these messages didn't come from me, and if the people who sent them ever want to talk about it, that's up to them. But in response to this, DSP uploads a video to his channel showing his copyright history to prove that he hasn't been striking detractors over the years. He even goes out of his way to say that people making slanderous and malicious videos about him are still okay under fair use, and that he would never go after someone that was criticizing him as long as they did it in a transformative way. But there was just one little problem.
That video.
Wondering what this video is about? Of the past 2-3 years, I've been falsely accused of issuing copyright takedowns against people that I did not do.
Why is this so blurry? It's HD. Wow. I guess the quality is just really blurry for some reason. I can't really, it's hard to read the text.
And I've had enough of it. I've outright told you guys a million times it's not me doing it. I don't condone that at all. In fact, I'm staunchly against it. I don't want anyone doing copyright takedowns in my name, nor do I do them. All right?
I still stand to that statement. I don't want anyone doing it in my name. I am not actively striking any channels.
I know that the videos made about me, the restreams made about me, as malicious as they may be and as slanderous or defamatory as you may consider them, they're okay under fair use law. That's why I don't do anything about them. One thing that's always been said is Phil's a liar. He actually claims all of our videos. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here you are. I'm here to prove my innocence because I've had enough. This is going to confirm everything that I have told you. And here's what I have told you. I do not claim anyone's videos. The very few videos...
This is weird. It's getting worse and better as we watch it. It was like blurry, then sharp, then blurry, then sharp again. Maybe it's a YouTube thing. Maybe it's not his video. Maybe YouTube's just fucking stupid with his encoding. That's probably what it is.
Videos I've ever claimed were direct rips and re-uploads of my content with no transformative work attached to them whatsoever. Meaning, it's not a, this is how you don't play video. It's not a restream with commentary making fun of me.
Yep.
It's literally you stole my video 100%, copy paste.
And that's what all those are at the top. All those that say February 27th, February 26th, February 28th. I believe that's the Raw Phil channel. Literally all this guy does is rip my content before I have a chance to upload it, because he rips it raw from my stream, hence Raw Phil, and he puts it on his channel first. So he steals views from me. It's completely 100% illegal. 100% illegal to do that. He doesn't have any legal grounds to do it. He's just as bad as duty streams. Really.
Pasted it to your channel, and that's illegal. That is taking away views from my content. That is not allowed on YouTube, and it is within my legal rights to take down those particular videos and those alone. Okay? This video here was from another channel doing exactly the same thing back in January 2022. I remember this particular day, someone had reached out to me in a very similar manner and said, we found a channel that is doing this. Okay? I did the same thing. I did claims on them. And actually, in this case, with this person, after about a month or two, I said, all right, you know what? I think they learned their lesson, and I retracted.
This is not... He's created a very paranoid narrative. He thinks I'm out to get him. He thinks that I flagged that first video for bullying, which I did not. All right? He thinks that I flagged this video as a follow-up to the bullying, but I did a DMCA claim instead of a bullying claim. If that were the case and we're following this guy's logic, because you see the case he's building here, if you're following his logic, if I did a bullying claim and it worked on your first video, why wouldn't I have just done another bullying claim against your second video? Because once you get 2 bullying community strikes, I think you get suspended for a while. Like, why would I have chosen to do a bullying claim and then a DMCA takedown? That doesn't even make sense. I would have done 2 of this. If the first one was successful, why not just do the same thing on the second video? What I don't even understand what he's making this up as it goes along because he's paranoid and he thinks that I have some kind of a grudge against him. Just so this guy knows, super crazy, I don't know who you are. Really. To me, you're a fart in the wind, dude. I've never heard of you. I don't know what your content is. All right? And to be honest, I think I'm actually misspeaking in this video because if you heard what I said, I believe I said someone wrote me and said, hey, Phil, someone has outright stolen your content or whatever. I'll be honest, I don't remember that. And if that is the case, that's probably a situation where I believed someone and I didn't review it fully, which is stupid. I should have. And I did do the DMCA takedown. And then after the fact, I actually did realize, I looked at the video and said, oh, it's actually not that. And then I retracted the claim. As you can see there, I did retract the claim. So I probably claimed it in error, which I'll publicly admit, if it was a transformative work, I should not have done a DMCA claim against it. That's on me. I made a mistake. I made an error. And then I corrected the error by retracting the claim. Okay? Now, he had the ability to dispute the claim to begin with and say, well, I don't believe that I violated DMCA law. So if you really want me to take this down, you got to take me to court, in which case the whole thing would have been reversed. I guess he didn't do that. He just let it sit for some odd reason. I don't know why. The weirdest part about this is, if you think this is my flag history, he's the one video, like, ever that I flagged that wasn't just blatant, copy paste stealing. And like I said, I probably did it in error. Hence, that's probably why I released the claim. Okay? So he has this very paranoid argument that I'm out to get him when I don't know who he is. I don't watch his content. It seems like I flagged one of his videos in error and I corrected the one error I ever made. Then he got kicked out of the partner program because his channel has all defamatory bullying content on it. And he's blaming that on me. No, super crazy. Listen to me. You made your own bed. You made defamatory bullying content. YouTube decided to review your channel, found it in error, in a violation, and then they removed your partnership. I have nothing to do with YouTube removing partnerships. I have no power. You think I have someone to talk to at YouTube? I have the same person in the chat who can't even understand what I'm trying to tell them. It's like talking to the wall. They don't even understand the basics of how you use YouTube. Trying to get help from them, you might as well talk to the closet, because the closet might answer back before they do with something intelligent. I don't have an inside track to these fucking people. Why do you think I had the power to get your channel taken down or kicked out of the partner program? I have no power at all. This guy is nuts. But then again, his name is super crazy. Okay, let's continue and see where this paranoid argument goes.
I did the takedown. But as you can see, this channel no longer exists either. So I don't even know what it was. It's gone from YouTube. There's nothing I can do, guys. I did my best to help you. I can't. Please stop with the harassment. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm receiving constant harassing emails. People saying they're going to false strike me. People saying they're going to contact a lawyer and sue me.
This is some meme. I don't even know what this is. This is some fucking meme that I guess these people use. This Shawn Michaels meme. I have no idea what it means. One of them made it up. They all parroted it like a bunch of fucking sheep. They all know what the meme means, but anyone outside of their circle-jerking detractor circle has no idea what the meme is. I don't. Every time that you show shit like this in your videos, it just shows that your mental capacity is pretty stunted. Because no one on the outside would ever understand what the fuck you're talking about.
It's not me. Here's your blatant proof. These are the only people I ever legitimately struck right here in front of you. And look how small it is, and it's all legit. That's it, guys. I've had enough. Please leave me alone.
That's correct. Do not make false claims. Misuse of the removal request web form, such as submitting false information, may result in suspension of your account or other legal consequences. Absolutely correct. If there is someone who is constantly issuing false DMCA takedowns or DMCA takedowns where they know they have no intention of going after the person, they don't think they have a right to that, they do have the ability to get punished by YouTube. Nothing in my flag history shows that. It shows in the screen one instance, and it was the super crazy video, that apparently in January of 2022, I flagged it for DMCA. He never responded. The video was removed, and that was it. After the fact, I, on my own, realized my error because I thought that it had been similar to the other videos of someone just copy-pasting, and it wasn't. And it says right there, I retracted the takedown. I removed it. So there's no legal grounds for anything. I made an error. I established it was an error, and I corrected the error. There was no intent, ill intent. There was no malicious, oh, I'm going to purposely misuse DMCA. It was an accident. It was a, oops, someone sent me an email and said something. I did it. Oops, it's not true. Let me retract that. What is he talking about? Let's find out, because we're halfway through the video. I still don't know what we're talking about yet.
Leave my business alone. I'm done with this. This is the last time you'll hear me address it because I have nothing to do with it.
And again, that video was from April 6, 2023. One day goes by and I'm not sure what happened, but now he's feeling the exact opposite.
So it's this simple. Here's what's come out of yesterday, all right? As of today, April 7th, 2023, I, Phil Burnell, am making this formal... What is with the quality of my detractors? Look at how bad this is. My voice isn't even synced. My voice isn't even synced with the video. You couldn't get a clip of me where it was synced? Statement to the internet. Do not ask me for anything ever again, because you will get nothing. Look how distinct that is. Nothing from me ever again, because you are ungrateful and you're not looking for truth, and I have no time for your fucking bullshit. That's right. Because you want to know what happened? After I did that, after I showed my flag history to prove that I was not flagging all my detractors, and it concretely proved it, I got more threats. I'm not even kidding you. More detractors wrote me and said, we know you have a second account somewhere, a dummy account that you used to flag us. So we don't believe you, and we're still going to strike you down, and we're still going to do this and that. And I was like, fuck these guys. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm not going to... Why did I even try to help them? Like, why did I even bother, right? I was trying to be the upfront guy, the transparent guy, but I shouldn't have even bothered. I should have just, just at the beginning, I should have said, fuck you. None of this matters. Go fuck yourself. But instead, I was trying to be nice, do the right guy. I wasted my time. Okay? I owe you nothing. If you have an issue, get a lawyer and sue someone.
Well,
right.
if you...
And that's what he should do. Sue YouTube. Because it's YouTube's system. That's the problem. I'm not doing these false takedown claims or anything like that. I have no control over YouTube's DMCA takedown system. That's flawed. These people who are all getting these false claims against them, I can't stop it. Go get a lawyer and talk to YouTube. In fact, that's what YouTube told me to tell them. In a chat, they said they must get a lawyer and have their lawyer talk to our legal department. That's what I was told.
If you insist upon it, then maybe I should. Now, the next clip is from February 3rd, 2024. And Phil is talking about people that do...
This was this year now. I had to do my yearly reminder. See, an annual reminder. I'm not doing this. Leave me alone.
False copyright strikes. Somebody tips him and says, you copyright struck a detractor to teach them a lesson. And let's see what Phil says.
I just want to see, because I think I do have a couple troll tips here. Couldn't they fucking get better names? Snot Hogan? Snot Hogan. They have no creativity at all. Snot Hogan. Yep. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Just listen to this. Someone tipped me $1 and says, you struck down a commentary video. Why is this not synced? This also is not synced. What is going on? Come on. I can't even get through the video because the production quality is so poor. I'm very annoyed. And this is coming from someone who has always had bad production quality, but now I have good production quality, and this bothers me. From a detractor to teach him a lesson. You've been falsely claiming videos. I never struck down a commentary video of a detractor to teach them a lesson. This I never did. Like I said, I think this was done in error. If you listen to what I say in the video, I said, someone emailed me and said that this was a copy-paste job, so I struck it. Then after the fact, I realized, oh shit, it actually wasn't. I made a mistake, and I retracted it. I didn't actively send anyone a takedown to teach them a lesson.
This video here was from another channel doing exactly the same thing.
Right? We're just saying copy-pasting. I'm wrong. I'm actually misinformed.
January 2022.
I don't know who you're listening to. They're nuts. That's literally never happened. Never. Not once. Not once have I actively looked at such a video that I knew had commentary on it and tried to strike it down. I will say this. In the last maybe 8 to 9 years, early on in the YouTube system, when I was partnered with Machinima, they told me to do that. They said, if you see your detractors claim their videos with DMCA, And so they actually went into my dashboard and they started doing it. You can actually see early on, I think it's like 2015, you could see these claims, but they're not me doing them. It was actually Machinima had control of my channel and they were doing the takedowns. But what would happen is within 2 weeks, they would come back because people would dispute them. And then I contacted Machinima. I was like, guys, you're wasting everyone's time. You're doing takedowns in my name, but they're not sticking. And then they're reversing them. So why are you wasting time? Now everyone hates me because you guys did these takedowns that didn't stick. So then they said they were going to go through other means and they were going to start doing content ID claims. Now that's early. That's like 9 years ago. And that was with Machinima's involvement. That wasn't me actively going out of my way to do it. That was their call to do it. And I even showed emails to this effect. Last year, I did a big React event over on my DSP Reacts channel where it was me and my history of Machinima. And I outright showed the emails where they contacted me saying they wanted to take care of the detractors. It was them, not me. So is there history of me doing DMCA takedowns? Yeah, 9 years ago with Machinima's involvement doing it. And this one time here, which was an error on my part, I thought that it was a copy paste job. I literally just said that in the video that he's quoting here. He's ignoring that I'm saying that. And then I realized my error and I fixed it. I reversed it. The only time that I would do a DMCA takedown is if someone blatantly copy pasted. And even then it's a rarity. Like as you saw last year, there were those ones, or was it 2 years ago? I did those ones against Raw Phil or whatever. I mean, Duty Streams has been doing it for how many years? I never touched him and I knew he was doing it. And Raw Phil still exists to this day and I haven't struck him into oblivion. The argument here has zero merit at all. There's no merit to anything this man is saying. It's all wild speculation with no evidence. In the entire history of me being here on YouTube, there's been some things that have happened. For example, some of them were Machinima related. As I cleared up last year when I did my Machinima React event,
There you
Machinima
go.
was first doing things in my name that I didn't even know about. Then they stopped doing that and started claiming things in their name, and I had no involvement in any of that whatsoever. They took the volition themselves to do it. The only videos I've ever actively... I know, the bride says, it says right here in the clip he's using that you retracted the claim. I know. So I mean, like, he has no idea what he's talking about. He thinks he's trying to prove somehow that I have a grudge against him. And now he's going to sue me for it, except he has no legal grounds to do so. There is no egregious action towards him. He can't prove that the bullying strike was me. He can't prove that YouTube removed him from the partner program because of me. The strike that I issued against him, I retracted. Literally, he has absolutely no legal grounds at all to do anything at all. He's insane. But his name is super crazy. So it kind of makes sense. Claimed on YouTube were videos that were cut and paste stolen from my channel. And what I mean by that is someone literally ripped a podcast, ripped a stream of me playing games, and they added no commentary, no criticism, no one talking over it with it, just re-uploaded it. That's illegal. You have stolen my content and redistributed it without permission. You added no creative work to it. You didn't transform it. That's illegal. And there have been a couple cases over the years where those videos were taken down very legally and fairly. Outside of that, I never do it. I agree with myself. And I haven't done it. I couldn't even tell you the last time I did it. It's years. I don't do this. I don't have time for it. I don't care. I don't give two shits about it. I don't. I really don't. Why is he playing this whole clip? It's not even saying anything or proving anything. He's just let it go on and on and on for no reason. Give a shit. So you tip me $1 to tell me I did something I literally didn't do, but you believe it because you're nuts. You get it? Do you see the problem here?
I think I am starting to see the problem here, Phil. And by the way, both of those videos are up on my backup channel. They're archived on Odyssey. You can watch them and see if they have commentary, editing, critique, whatever.
Trying to plug his content that has 1,000 views. Oh, go watch my 1,000 view video, please, on Odyssey. Please check it out now. I think we're starting to actually see what the purpose of this video is now that we're nearing the end of it. I think we could kind of figure it out, but let's keep going.
You want to call it to make it transformative. Now let's go into another video of him blatantly lying and basically incriminating himself.
Good. Let's do it. That's good.
Word for word their email. I just read it from you. That was from April of last year. Okay? So I just want to make this very...
This is hilarious. We're going to subpoena Google to get your chat and email transcripts to see what other detractors you've done this to. You're going to subpoena Google to get my chat and email transcripts. How would Google, first of all, how would Google have my email transcripts? Are you talking about like I emailed Google? Are you saying I emailed them to take down videos? Go ahead. I've never taken your videos down. I keep saying this. It's not me doing it. You would never find in any email history between me and Google that I asked them to take down my Detractor videos. This doesn't exist. Any videos I've ever have taken down, I did write through the web form that you do. There's a web form you go to and you put the information into it. You don't shoot an email. I don't even know how you would do an email to do a takedown. I thought, to my knowledge, you have to use their web form to do a DMCA takedown. And like I said, I don't even know how to flag a video for bullying. I no clue where that even be done. Chat? What do you mean chat? You mean me chatting with the support? Go for it. That'll be a hoot. Wait till you see how they respond when you talk to them. They don't know anything. Very clear. Okay. One more time. All right? I do not condone any of the actions of anyone out there who takes down someone's videos with false copyright strikes. Okay?
There you go.
I don't condone anyone using my information, my personal stuff, and trying to impersonate me and take stuff down. I condemn it. I want it to stop. But I've done everything possible within my reasonable power. It's still desynced, by the way. This is so frustrating. If you're going to make a video like this, it's going to be hard hitting. We're really going to get them. Can you sync the audio? Because I want to watch it with my eyes closed because my lips aren't synced with the voice coming out. It's very frustrating. Contact YouTube, notify them of the situation, provide them with examples, and get them to listen, and they don't care. Yeah, it's bothering me. Outright told me time and time again, if someone has an issue with a false copyright takedown, get a lawyer. Right.
Well, if you insist on it, then maybe I should. Now, we're going to take a look at a screenshot where I went into his chat under my backup account because that one wasn't banned, and I brought this up to him directly. Now, I posted a couple of messages in there, and people saw me and replied to me, so I knew it wouldn't be long until Phil noticed me. I tagged him and said, I also have my backup account, which I need, by the way, because, you know, you copyright struck me and then lied about it.
So let me get this straight. I'm doing something on DSP Reacts. I don't even know what video this is. Like, what is this piece of content? I don't know. He enters my stream and says this stuff randomly in my stream. Now, let me guess. I probably read it and I banned his ass. Because I'm like, this has nothing to do with anything we're doing right now. I don't know why you're in my chat. And I banned him, right? That's probably what happened, which you should do. If you're doing a stream and someone's coming to your chat saying shit like this, it has nothing to do with the content you're doing. You ban them because they're fucking derailing it. You know it's a troll. Just get them out. So let's see what happens.
Weird. And instead of addressing it, he simply did what he does best. Leaned in, banned me, ignored it, and moved on.
Yeah, why would I address it? It's my fucking stream that has nothing to do with you. This was not the address super crazy stream. It was a piece of content for my business. People were there to see me do content, not to talk to you. You actually thought, hold on a second here. You actually thought that because you entered my chat room, I was going to drop absolutely everything that I was doing for my business that day to speak to you about a personal grievance you have with me? That's not how life works. I don't even know who you are. Again, there's 70 billion detractors out there that are all brainless twits who talk shit about me, defame me every day. I don't know who you fucking are, nor do I give a shit at all. So why the fuck would I have talked with you in my chat? You are deluded. You are not anyone of any importance in the sphere of DSP content. Do you understand? You're no one. You're a zero. You know? Not even as big as a Duty Streams or a Memology or one of these people who people know. I don't know who the fuck you are. Your video's got 1,000 views. No one knows who you are. It sounds like you've been formulating this crazy paranoia argument against me. Like you think Darkside Phil hates you and he's stalking you and he's coming after you. I don't know who you are. Holy shit.
Dawn. So you can't say I've never brought this up to you directly, Phil. So this brings us to Saturday.
Yes, we can, because just because you said it in a random unrelated stream doesn't mean you brought it to me directly. In fact, I would argue this is completely indirectly. You didn't contact me via an email. You didn't DM me somewhere. We didn't have a one-on-one conversation. You literally interjected yourself into a random stream and expected me to take you seriously. That is idiotic.
August 24th. And every time this is brought up and he lies about it, ignores it, or just refuses to accept responsibility, it's basically a slap in my face. And he's done it enough times where now I'm tired of listening to it.
Again, he says every time he does it, it's a slap in my face. One video of yours, I did a DMCA takedown in error because I was misinformed. After the fact, I corrected the error. That's it. That's the entirety of our interactions on the internet. One video, one takedown that was reversed. But you've had enough? Man, I would hate if someone actually bothered you or did something to fuck with you. Can you imagine if someone actually like came at this guy? Wow.
And so he was streaming with his two best friends that night. They were talking about getting hit with false copyright strikes from detractors and how much they despise it. And once again, Phil couldn't help himself.
Listen, and here's the thing. I've always, all these years that people have always done this shit to me, all right? At this point, this is a recent clip. This is definitely him being lazy and not syncing the audio in the video. Whatever he uses to video edit is shitty. There's absolutely no fucking way that every single clip is desynced unless he just doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, come on, dude. Publicly admit, I've actually shown my flagging history, so people have seen it publicly. The only times I ever flagged anyone was like 7, 8, 9 years ago, like at the very beginning of when you could do it. Right. See what I mean? Like the one time that I did in 2022 was a mistake and I corrected the mistake and I don't even remember the mistake. I don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think about that because it was corrected, you know? So it doesn't even come to mind. So now I'm supposed to remember this one. Okay. So from now on, when people say that, I'll say, so I never actually took anyone down for DMCA, except there was this one time in 2022 when someone misinformed me on a video and I did the takedown. I realized my mistake and I retracted it. All right. From now on, I guess I have to remember this because this guy literally is one of these fucking crazy obsessed weirdos who thinks that the one time that DSP ever had an interaction with him is like the focal point of his life. When in reality, for me, it was just a fucking Tuesday. It was just a little thing that happened that had no effect on anything, and I made a mistake and I fixed it. To him, he's like, I can never forget this. I hate Phil forever. Are you starting to get an image of my detractors now? This is literally what it's been. There's been one tiny little thing that I've done at one point in their existence that pissed them off, and they hyper-focus on it and won't ever let it go. They become obsessed over minutia. And then they join hate circles of similar-minded people who become obsessed over similar minutia. They're fucked in the head. This is not rational thought. This video exposes that this guy is cracked in his brain. That's what this does. This isn't laying out a legal foundation for anything. This is showing the guy's brain is fucked and he's obsessed with me. And quite frankly, someone like this, I should be afraid of because this is the kind of person that goes nuts and does crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like duty streams we were just looking at the other day is like, this is obsession. This guy's making 16 videos about me in 3 days. That's obsession. This guy literally has obsessed about me for years because of this stupid takedown thing. And now he actually thinks he has legal grounds to take me to court to it when he has no grounds for anything. He's nuts. But by the way, his name is Super Crazy. Because it was very gray at that time, like what was allowed and what wasn't. So maybe a couple people way early on, I did attempt it. After that, I haven't done it in like 9-something years, some crazy. I didn't do that. That's a bullying strike, he said. I didn't do that. He thinks I did. Like in his mind, with zero evidence, he's formulated this incredible, obsessive case. He's the guy with the whiteboard, with the fucking yarn going from picture to picture. And it's, you see, because this and this, it must be this and it must be this. These are detractor arguments against me. This is why the internet hated me for 10 years, because of obsessed people like this spouting nonsense, and then people just believe it with no evidence. They just think, oh yeah, well, Phil just does this all the time. No, I don't. Where's your evidence? You have evidence of one time I did it and I corrected the mistake. You don't have evidence of anything you're saying. It doesn't exist. I didn't do it. Amount of time, besides one guy who literally was just ripping my raw content and was putting it on his channel with no commentary, no transformation. He was just literally robbing my stream. So that guy I did take down, rightfully so. I have the ability to use the law to stop someone from stealing my content. But all these years, these people have taken my stuff. Was someone trying to do commentary? Someone was trying to do commentary, and their commentary, you can't even hear it. I don't know if that could be argued as a transformative work, because if you can't hear the commentary over me, it probably means it doesn't qualify as a transformative work. I'm just saying. Ever have I been the guy to hit these people with copyright strikes? The problem is, these people are infighting now, and what they've started to do is flag each other
and lie and break YouTube's terms of service, and they've
Here
actually
again, what does the fucking mean? This is, do you not understand? Every time you put that on the screen, you show that you're fucking a weird, slow person. Do you get that? The meme doesn't make sense. It's not funny. It's fucking stupid. Only people in your circle jerking community understand that meme. No one, this isn't building a case for you because no one understands the fuck you're saying. God, man, you're really annoying. It's annoying how inept you are. Impersonated me to try to do it, and YouTube's terms of service is so stupid. Like,
Well,
the DMCA flagging is so dumb.
So that brings us to today. You're not going to lie about this anymore, Phil. You're not going to ban people that bring it up and call them mentally ill detractors that make shit up about you. Because the only person
Yes, I am. If you come into my chat and you talk that shit, you're also going to get kicked out just like everybody else, and it's going to continue.
I see making shit up here is you, and I've heard enough of it. So I've decided to hire an attorney, and we're going to pursue this legally. And the best part about this is...
Look what he does. He takes a moment of me crying, talking about something serious in a react I did a couple years ago, and he uses that as his thumbnail because he thinks he's a brave boy who's going to bully me by making a false lawsuit.
Had you just taken responsibility from the start and admitted that you did it, instead of lying about it and trashing people that brought it up...
Look, what is this? What does this have to do with anything? Right? Do you think in a court of law, and they play this video, and I'm like, well, what is this? Well, let's see. That's my wife. That's someone who, you know, everyone hated from my community because they said he was a pedophile, but I didn't ban him for a long time. I don't even know who the other people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally don't even know what this is. It's like, so do you think this is good evidence in court? You want this picture shown in court? I hope they do. If it does go to court, they bet this will be the first picture that they show.
We probably wouldn't even be here right now. And I see you with your two best friends.
Beware. Beware right now. We're nowhere. I'm here living my life to the fullest, enjoying this new wave of popularity and positivity, and you're miserable, seething in a corner over a copyright takedown that I retracted and a conspiracy theory you formulated because you're a miserable wretch who can't have a life for himself outside of your obsession with DSP. That's where we are right now. I'm cool. You're not. You're the one who needs to fucking do something to better your situation with where you are right now. It ain't me.
Friends, you're the king again. You're winning every day, and you can't be stopped. Well, we're going to see about that. And so if you want to help me with this, the link will be in the description.
Again, look what you think. It's like, what is this? What are you selecting? And by the way, so what is he saying? If you want to help me with this, the link will be in the description. We're going to check out the description.
If not, it's okay. I'm still going to try and do as much as I can by myself. But this shit is not cheap. And the last thing I'll say is, if you decide to support it, please leave your YouTube name if you can. So I know who supported me during this, and I will not forget it.
That's it. So let's take a look. What's in the description of his video here? Give, send, go. All right. Help me fight back. He's trying to raise $10,000 for this campaign, folks. He's trying to raise $10K. Help me fight back against false DMCA abusers. There is literally one case of a DMCA claim against the man, and it's been retracted. Okay? This is to help with legal costs in order to fight back against a serial YouTube DMCA abuser. Did you see any evidence of serial YouTube DMCA abuse in his video or in my flag history? Whoa, whoa, whoa. In December 2021 and January 2022, Phil Burnell DSP issued knowingly false copyright and community guideline strikes against my YouTube channel. That's defamation, or that's libel. He put in writing a false statement. No, I did not knowingly issue a false copyright strike. I thought it was legit. I did not ever issue a community guideline strike against you. That's libel. Oops. Sorry about that, bro. You probably shouldn't have put that in there because you actually just defamed me publicly. In this give, send, go post, you have defamation. So this will come up. Okay? I was kicked from the partner program as a result. There's absolutely no evidence of that. That's a false statement. I was reinstated to the program roughly a year and a half later, but I lost an unknown amount of money during this time. Well, do the math. Your videos were bringing in, what, 1,000 views? So you can do the math and probably figure out how much you would have made. I have no clue because I don't watch your content. I don't know how much any views you were making. To make matters worse, DSP claims he doesn't issue copyright strikes to channels outside of one case where someone was stealing his content. This channel has no ties to me whatsoever. Fast forward to April 2023, in a video uploaded to his own YouTube channel, he shows his copyright strike history, and one of my videos can be seen in the copyright section. Another video that doesn't show up there but was struck by DSP for community guidelines. Again, what? Another video that doesn't show up there was also struck by DSP for community guidelines. Slander and libel number 2. I didn't hit you with any community guideline strike whatsoever. You're making it up. You have no evidence of it. That's libel and slander number 2. Libel and slander. Libel and slander number 2. He was later asked about the copyright strike during a live stream. He flat out denied he was responsible. That's not true. I was never directly confronted about that particular copyright strike, or if I was, I didn't know that's what people were talking about. Every time the subject's brought up, he lies or ignores the question. False. During this live stream, he once again stated he doesn't copyright strike channels. Correct, I do not. Outside of that one time, correct, except for the one time that you're pointing out that I retracted it, which I didn't mention because it's retracted. This has nothing to do with me. I've never once live streamed his channel or any other content for that matter. Okay? So what does that have to do with your post here? Nothing. Why'd you even bring it up? I make edited transformative videos that critique, review, and offer analysis. One final thing I'd like to mention is during the video where DSP showed his flag history, he claimed later he went back and removed the copyright strike. That is correct. The reasoning he gave for removing the strike was he felt they learned their lesson. That's just me casually saying something in a video. That has absolutely nothing to do with the reason I retracted it. I'm telling you right now, the reason I retracted it is because I must have realized, oops, it actually was transformative, and it wasn't good on me to do that. I shouldn't have done that. I thought, if you actually watched the video you just referenced, it said, I thought this was another copy-paste job. Someone had emailed me about it, and I took it down per that information, then realized my mistake, and I retracted it. That's what happened. It said it right there in the video, but you didn't listen. You're turning this into your own thing because you heard me say, I felt they learned their lesson. That was just an off-the-cuff comment that's not a legal statement. You're insane. It's clear to me how that he was satisfied with me being removed from the partner program. I didn't have anything to do with that. Again, that's libel and slander. That's why he decided to remove the strike. Wrong. The problem is the MCA system is not for teaching people lessons. That's correct. It's for legitimate copyright issues. That's correct. I thought I had one. YouTube clearly tells you it's against the law. That's correct. He still went ahead and did it. You're right. And then I retracted it when I knew that it was wrong. So I knew I had made an error and I corrected my error. I can back up every claim I make with video evidence. Wrong. You can't back up any of the claims that you have made about me bullying claim, about getting removed from the partner program. You have no evidence whatsoever. That's libel and slander every time that you said it. And now this is just an outright lie. I've listened to him blatantly lie about what he did for well over a year now. August 24th was the final straw. It's time to stop talking, and it's time to start learning my lesson. It actually is time to start learning your lesson. Because here's the lesson to be had. If you take this to court, number one, public opinion will be on my side because you have no case, and we just reviewed it fully here on the Level 1 podcast, okay? People will fund my defense. I will not have to lift a finger. People will come out and fund my entire legal defense against you, okay? In its entirety. I will go back after you for libel and slander because you are slandering me right now. Defamation, slander, libel, whatever it is legally. You said it in a video. That's spoken word. You typed it on your Give Send Go post. That's written. So I've got you on 2 counts. No evidence of anything, and I've got you on 2 fucking counts. So, if you think this is a good idea, if you are that super crazy, I can't stop you, but I will just say this. A lot of my detractors out there have never actually experienced real life. They haven't touched grass. They haven't actually had like strife or struggle or pain. To this guy, his biggest strife, struggle, and pain in his life is that he got a copyright strike from me, and he thinks that I have a grudge against him. I got him removed from the partner program, which I didn't. This is literally the most struggle he's ever had. So to him, this is some kind of a crazy crusade, all right? Everyone else looking at this from the outside is like, this guy's nuts. He's out of his mind. What does he think he's doing? He actually thinks he's going to try to sue DSP. You can't stop a crazy person from doing something, right? There's like no way to rationalize with them because they don't have rational thought. It's just that he's got an obsession about me, right? So I can't stop him. I really think it's a bad idea. I think he's going to raise a bunch of money that's going to go nowhere. He's going to go to a lawyer. The lawyer's going to charge this guy $5,000 to $10,000 to investigate, to either tell him you have no case or we'll start a case, but he knowingly knows it's not going to go anywhere, but they'll take his money. You know what I'm saying? Like a fool is very quickly removed from his money. And that's, they will see the dollar signs involved in this. You know what I'm saying? And they're just going to go right for it. Sure, I'll take your money. I'll take your case, whatever you say. But understand something. If you go through with this, you are going to fully expose yourself to the legality of me clapping back with claims of defamation, slander, libel, or whatever you want to call it. And the internet will fund that. You understand? You will not be the winner in this situation because you're wrong. I didn't do anything to you besides one claim that was a mistake that I retracted. That's it. And I will publicly apologize that I made that mistake. I absolutely should have vetted the information I was given before I issued the copyright takedown. I was wrong, and then I removed it later because I was wrong. Okay? That's on me. That's not a legal case. You understand? There's no legal case whatsoever for what you're saying. Okay? So people, if you can believe it, $2,000 has been raised already for this. That's money you're never going to see again. This guy could just pocket that money and run if he wants, right? And that's it. I mean, he would disappear from the internet, you know? Or he could actually try to go through with this and nothing will happen. All that will happen is I'll get word, okay, everyone, we got to have a special stream today because guess what? This guy's nuts. The guy with no legal case is trying to sue me. All right? And by the way, because I'm bringing this up on the podcast today, you know that other people who watch my content are going to be clipping this and watching it. They're going to be talking about it on the other shows now. This is not just a Phil issue anymore. This is now going to go into the realm of other people talking about it and raising even more awareness of it and more support for it. You have no idea what you're doing. None. You're out of your depth. You're out of your mind. All right? So my advice, which you're not going to listen to, I know, is to just drop it and refund everyone's money and walk away. I have no idea who you are. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to strike your content ever again because it was an error the first time I did it. All right? I didn't ever hit you with a bullying claim. I didn't get you out of the partner program. That was your own doing of the content that you made. When YouTube kicks you out of the partner program, it's because they reviewed your channel and deemed it unfit for ads because of the content you put out. That's not because of me. That's because of you. And you can't live with it. You can't accept it, right? You think, oh, I don't understand. I was accepted into the partner program because no one looked at your content yet. It was automated based on subs, views, and the automated criteria. As soon as they actually looked at your content, they said, this is filth. We don't want this in the partner program, and they kicked you out. That has nothing to do with me. That's your content. That was the problem. So you say, I need to take responsibility. It's time for you to take responsibility. It's you that got yourself kicked out by making that content. It's time to wake up. The madness needs to stop. Duty was the first. Okay? Duty was the first. You're setting yourself up to be the next. And it ain't me doing it, it's you. Notice, I didn't ever say a word about Super Crazy until Super Crazy made this video to threaten me with legal action on the internet. I didn't have to do anything. It's just like that whole karma thing is coming full circle. Is it not? All right. So that's that. We'll see what happens with this. Likely, if anything happens, we won't hear from it for a very long time because these legal things take a long time to go through. And I'd be fascinated if he does go to a lawyer to hear the conversations he has with the lawyer when he says, well, what's your evidence of half the stuff you're saying? And he shows him this video. The lawyer's going to be like, what the fuck is this? Like, what? He actually thinks this is evidence, right? Like, holy shit. Who is this idiot who's like spamming my chat with capital letters? Look at this. Wow, some unhinged person who probably is a friend of this guy is like spamming my channel with all capital letters. All right, so that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, this guy is literally trying to raise money to hire an attorney for some. Wait a minute, hold on. You got to be fucking kidding me? I don't expect to raise the full amount, but the goal is to get someone bigger to take notice, like Drama Alert, some ordinary gamer. Drama Alert? You mean Keemstar, who I had on my fucking show yesterday? That's who you want to get this noticed by? Would you like me to send this to him personally? Would you like me to DM this to him today? Is that what you would like so he could talk about it on his Lolcall Live podcast? I mean, it seems like that's what you're asking for. You actually put that in the description of the video. Some ordinary gamers. Mudahar, who I just had a very friendly conversation with, and we were going to play Chain Together with. What are you talking? This guy literally lives in the realm of delusion. What the fuck is going on? He thinks the people who are friendly with me are going to want to fund his court case against me. Now I feel bad. You wanna know why I feel bad? It's like, man. Yeah, and, oh, by the way, wait a minute. He has a Cash App. Wait, what? He has a Give Send Go. He has a PayPal. He has a Cash App. He has a Bitcoin wallet. He has an Ethereum wallet. What the fuck is going on? He literally thinks a river of money is about to arrive because he made this video. Well, I do feel bad that I spent time on that. I really do. I should have just ignored it because I feel like that was a complete waste of everyone's time. I didn't realize it was that bad. I apologize to my audience that we wasted time on that shit. That definitely I should have, you know. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? Some shout outs because we have one more story and we went late because we watched that. Let's see here. Andy gifted a membership to Potbusta. Congrats, Potbusta. Thank you, Andy. And Andy also did a super chat and says, imagine seething about a 2021 video. Yeah, I know. Lieb did a super chat, says, tried talking to Atlas the bookkeeper. He seems like an intelligent detractor. I have no desire to talk to my detractors. Why would I ever want to do that? There's Mental Weeb, a $2 super chat. The Wings of Redemption Call of Duty 1v1 is what we need. Whatever. And Plebe did another super chat. He's bullying you. I've seen him say that you should be beat up. He's insane. Well, I can't confirm or deny that. I haven't seen it. Perkle Pickle Yum Yum, $5 super chat. He says he used to be a beggar who begged for money, but now your detractors... Oh, wait. You used to be a beggar who begged for money. Now your detractors are begging for money for a fake lawsuit. The tables have turned. Again, I don't have to do anything. I didn't do anything. He did it himself. He made that video. I would have never known who that person was unless he made the video. He did this to himself. Change my screen. Why? Is this disturbing? Is this disturbing to you? All right. Because I had one more story to talk about. Well, this has ads on it. There's like nowhere to go. Everywhere I go. Here. Blank tab. Okay. Nefarious Acts with a $10 super chat. Super crazy felt it. No, it's like they say. So with Duty, it was flush the duty. With Super Crazy, I'm going to say just get the jacket. You know what I'm saying? We got a jacket, Super Crazy. Because this guy left unchecked. I don't know. We let these people run around the internet unchecked with the stuff that they do. And it just seems like the nut house has been let out a little early. I think we got to get the jacket back on this guy. All right? Anyway. I believe there's like... Hold on. I don't even know if this is legit. Let me check. Someone tipped me $1. Says they're a detractor turned neutral. Can they interview me behind the scenes? No. No. Sorry. I'm a little busy. Okay. Thanks for the $1, though. I received a $5 tip from One Pump Chump. This guy self-declares to be the top detractor. He believes he's running them. Most of them actually can't stand this guy. He's a legit criminal, and he apparently has tried armed robbery of a train. I can't confirm any of what that was said. I'm just reading a super chat. That's probably not factual information. I'll just preface it with that before someone tries to say, Phil, you said all this defamatory stuff about that guy on your stream. No, I did not. I'm not saying any of what was read was fact. I'm just reading the super chat, nor do I know anything about that. I don't really care. Okay? Super crazy. Get the jackets. That's all I have to say. Okay, one more story, and then we'll end the show. Early Star Wars Outlaws PS5 players paid $110, only to have Ubisoft issue a new patch and tell them to start a new save file or face a game-breaking bug. This is from GamesRadar.com. So, what they're saying is that if you paid extra money By the way, look at this insanely stupid fucking ad. The most realistic game of 2024. Raid Shadow Legends. Get the fuck out of my... What a stupid fucking thing. In a nutshell, because I read this already. Okay? Basically, this game, Star Wars Outlaws, has a preview. You either have to pay $110 to get the Super Premium Edition, or you get Ubisoft Plus, which is $20 a month subscription, and you get the best version of the game 3 days early. That's how I played Star Wars Outlaws 2 days ago on Tuesday, when it really comes out tomorrow. But what happened is people played it on PS5, and they just issued a patch for it. And the patch says, here it is, the player reports the patch updated the game to version 1.000.002, rolled out a few hours after the launch. PS5 players who started their games in that window between the early access launch and the release of the patch are now facing a potential of game-breaking bugs. As one of the players affected who had access to an older version of the game, we're aware you might be encountering some issues after the recent patch. Ubisoft sent in an email to affected players that's now making the rounds at Reddit. Ubisoft isn't specific about the exact nature of the bugs, but says once the patch is installed, you should start a new save to fully enjoy Star Wars Outlaws as our team intended. If you continue on a prior save, you will unfortunately face issues and progression blockers. Reports from players are suggesting the bug has you stuck in space, unable to land on a planet ever again. It apparently occurs after the false flag mission that first sends you into space. The bug only seems to affect PS5 players. So imagine, you booted the game on launch day. You played it for many hours. While you were playing, a patch issued. You didn't download the patch right away. So all of your initial gameplay is now bunk. If you started playing the game before their update patch hit, your entire playthrough up to that point is bunk, because as soon as you go into space, you'll get stuck in space and won't be able to make any progress ever again in the game. There's a follow-up story to this. Ready? Update. Here is the official response from Ubisoft. On August 27th, our teams identified an issue where some PS5 players were playing on a previous version of the game. We quickly deployed an update and informed affected players to ensure their game was updated to the latest version, and advised that they begin a new save to avoid additional issues and progression blockers. We followed up with affected PS5 players today to inform them that we have provided them an in-game Trailblazer trinket, as well as 100 Ubisoft Connect units to redeem for in-game rewards, for example, to make the return to the Outer Rim just a little more special. So let me think about this. I started playing your game on launch day. I paid a ton of extra money to do it. I played 10, 15 hours into the game because I like it. And then the next time that I booted the game up to play it, you said, I have to lose my 15 hours of progress and start the entire game over. Oh, but here's some in-game credits and a trinket to put on your bike. By the way, I feel like Games Radar may have a sponsorship opportunity going on. What do you guys think? You think that maybe, just perhaps, someone paid a lot of money to Games Radar to do a certain thing? I'm kind of... Let me see. Let me see if there's anything in common right here, right here. Let me see. Unbelievable. This is supposed to be a legit gaming news... Right here. Hold on. No. Look at this. Right here. Right here. Right here. Oh my gosh. So why would you ever want to go to a mainstream website to see a story covered like this? I actually think worse than that is the Raid Shadow Legends ad. The most realistic game of 2024. Raid Shadow Legends on your fucking phone? They think that's the most real... You want to talk about false advertising? Like, how can they get away with that? That's insane. Look! Raid Shadow Legends! This is the most realistic PC game of 2024. What are you talking about? Are you insane? What? All right, I can't watch. I can't do it. I'm gonna go super crazy in a second here. Looking at this stupid shit. Are you kidding me? All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here. We had so much to talk about. We went late. I received a $25 tip from Ponage 101. My goodness, Super Crazy's videos and claims you shared with us is making me lose brain cells. How does he come up with this kind of stuff? Because he's super crazy. I mean, it's in his name. Why is Doody acting like he does? Because he's fucking human Doody. You know? I mean, it's in his name. He named himself the actual thing that he is. Why is super crazy acting like this? Because he's fucking nuts. Right? It writes itself. I don't even have to do anything. It literally writes itself, folks. You know? So, anyway, thank you so much. Ponage 101. That gets us to $50. We only need, excuse me, 47 more to hit our goal and hit win streak. I said win streak. King streak number 24, which obviously I would like to do by the end of this stream. So please consider tipping today to continue the streak of crushing our goals here on DSP Gaming. All right? Cool. Thank you for 241 likes. Let's try to get 250. We have over 700 viewers. Holy crap. Thank you for that. We have $94 of super chats. Let's hit 100, a nice even number. We have one member today. One lonely member. But we get a second member so they're not so lonely. Maybe a few more. Maybe like a little crowd, little party, little member party. That'd be nice. And of course, yes, let's try to hit that tips goal by the end of the stream. All right. That's it. That's all I got today. Hope that you guys enjoyed the show. I'm not here tomorrow. I come back on Saturday, refreshed, playing the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta. And Saturday night is open because right now I was going to do Street Fighter, okay? But I realized something. In WWE Champions, the weekend is when the events happen. The big weekend events are the big times when all the best characters are available in the loot, when there's special events going on. It would make sense for me to try to play it this weekend so we can actually see our very first event and people can really understand why people get hype about the game. So I was thinking we should do that Saturday night. Of course, that now means that we have a delay. I don't even know when we're going to play Street Fighter this week, if we even do. We may have a bye week for Street Fighter 6. I think that's okay. Listen, I like Street Fighter 6, but if we skip it this week coming up, I think it's all right. Okay? So, look at this. Red King just gifted 5 memberships to the community. Thank you, Red King. Whoever gets those, congratulations. Now we have a crowd rather than just a single person. Andy did a super chat. He says, let's get a sub train. Choo-choo. But we don't have a sub train here. There's no sub chains on YouTube. The subs are different than what you're thinking about over on Kick. But members are greatly appreciated. All right? All right, guys. We got to end this because I got to get set up and we actually have to play Black Myth Wukong today. All right? So, thank you all so very much. I hope you enjoyed the show. Have a good Thursday away because I won't be here. I'll be back on Friday. Or, excuse me. Have a good Friday. I'll be away. I'll be back on Saturday. See, I had such a long week, I lost track of the days, right? Today is Thursday, right? So, I'll be back on Saturday. A great streaming day ahead. I wish you all the best tomorrow. Please be safe. And, hell, there is an insane amount of content you can get caught up on here on DSP Gaming if you so wish. You should probably give it a look. All right, guys. Thank you all. I will see you Saturday. Peace out.